reporter and very popular. Coming up in the last year or 2 years, he's become very popular on social media, especially on Facebook. He is the presenter of the MCJ Report at mcjreport.com.au, and he speaks about some very thought-provoking issues regarding the people and the government, and so it's a pleasure to have him today to speak about what he wants to talk about. And yeah, so please, Morgan, come to the stage. Thank you very much. Please give him a warm round of applause, everyone. This is Morgan Jonas.
Woo! Okay, Morgan.
Thank you, Armstrong. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to the organisers of today for having me speak. I consider it a great humble honour to be here on such a great day, the World Falun Dafa Day. So a big thank you to the organisers, and thank you for persevering and doing what you do. I'd like to make this pretty short and just have a little bit of a talk about freedom, and just to remind everybody that isn't it nice that here in Australia we can have groups such as Falun Dafa that are free to express their views and to practice their beliefs, and they're free to put on these demonstrations to show the world what they believe in. I've met many Falun Dafa people. I'm not a practitioner myself, but over the years I've learnt some things about the movement, and I admire Falun Dafa very much. I appreciate the principles of self-enlightenment and good health and reaching a higher level of awareness. Now, unfortunately, Falun Dafa is not treated the same in every country around the world. Some people may not know or understand that this particular movement has been persecuted tremendously in China. Now, one might ask the question, who would want to hurt people like this? It's very clear to see this is a peaceful practice, yet in China, since the inception of the movement, the Falun Dafa practitioners have been subjected to the worst crimes imaginable, perhaps even worse than some people could even think. We're talking about industrial scale torture, murder, enslavement, and even worse, organ harvesting. Now, it's important to keep in mind that as it stands at the moment, we have these freedoms in Australia, which is something that we love about our country, and it is truly a characteristic of Australia to allow people to live their own lives in accordance with their own beliefs, as long as they're not hurting anyone. But the freedoms we have today may not be the freedoms we have tomorrow. Therefore, I consider it very important that as Australians we support groups like Falun Dafa and their right to practice their beliefs and to engage in public demonstrations, because it could all come to an end one day, and that's something that we'd hate to see eroded from our country. So once again, I'd really like to extend my thanks to the organisers and my thanks to the practitioners and the performers today. Could we give them a round of applause? Beautiful. So I'd just like to say that I admire the courage of the practitioners today. They actually stand in bravery. Okay, even practicing Falun Dafa here in Australia has its risks, as it does anywhere in the world. So these are peaceful performances, but all around the world, these practitioners are targeted by hostile entities that wish to do them harm, to undermine them, to spy on them for sinister purposes in relation to the policies of the CCP. So not only are they talented, not only are they simply exercising their God-given human rights, they're also very brave, and I just wanted to point that out as well. And it's a real humble honour for me to be here today. So thank you again, Armstrong, and all the organisers. My name's Morgan Jonas. Thank you for listening.